So I'm gonna tell a story. So whenever I was young, I had my parents love me unconditionally. My parents were awesome, but we were very poor and grew up in a lot of lack. I was always drawn to fashion. Didn't understand it. There was no internet back then. You didn't have phones, anything like that. But I was always drawn to dressing different. And I liked cool things. Well, Vans, the shoe van, Vans were very popular, right, in the early 80s. And so I begged my mom for a pair of Vans, like begged her, like probably every freaking day. And I knew we probably couldn't afford them. Well, one day I come home from school and there's a shoebox on my bed, and I open it up and it's got some Vans in it. I was so excited. I mean, I couldn't sleep. I got up early. I put my shoes on. I go to school. And, recess, I think I'm in 7th grade. And so you have your recess and we're out on the the asphalt. And all of a sudden, who I thought were my friends come over, and one by one, they're putting, I don't know if you guys can get this on camera or not, but put your shoe next to mine, Merritt. We're putting our shoes next to each other. And he calls his friends over. He's like, hey, look at Wade's Vans. And he comes over and he looks, and he points out, my checkers are double the size of theirs. And they're telling all the kids, and they're all laughing at me and making fun because my shoes were knockoffs, right? They weren't real Vans. They were probably Payless or something. Right. So that moment was a turning moment in my head, and I never wore those shoes again. Yeah. And I get emotional thinking about it right now. Sure. It ripped me up, man. Yeah. And I've got on Dolce & Gabbanas right now. I don't know if you can see those. But I made an inner vow that I'm going to make a way for myself, and I will provide for myself, and I will never lack again, and I'm going to have things, and that was wrong. Mm-hmm. So my purpose early on was, I'm going to get rich. Yeah. I'm going to make money. I'm going to not have people ever do that to me again. Yeah. When I got saved, spending time with God, I understood who I was, whose I was, and I was desired and wanted no matter what anybody said, and I found out my purpose was to love God and love people. Mm-hmm. I found out my purpose in my professional life was to be a paymaster, to build the kingdom, right? I was working out this morning and getting ready in the gym, and there's this guy next to me. He's all tatted up, young guy, yoked up kid, probably an athlete when he was younger, but now he's in the real world, working a job, and he looks at my shoes, he goes, hey man, what are those? And I said, that's Dolce & Gabbana. Dude, man, someday. And I told him this story that I just told you guys. Yeah. And I said, but now I know my purpose. And I know my purpose is the kingdom, right? And it's all God. Yeah. And we had this connection, and I got to share a little bit of my testimony. So when we talk about our purpose and we talk about setting goals, why are you doing it? Yeah. Why are you doing this, right?